When I stepped in the house and realized my nana was sitting on the couch, I was like, wait a minute. I couldn't believe it. But in the same token, in the same breath, I'm getting chewed out. I'm getting chewed out. I just got caught in school. My mom came up to the detention. Not the classroom, the detention, bruh. Caught me in the act. Made me go up there on the chalkboard and present my work. Like, bro, it's just like I'm already having it with myself. So my mom like, so y'all just thought I wasn't going to find out. Y'all thought I wasn't going to find out. Marky, why is you at Rody Doty school? So he like, but Ma, she said, I don't want to hear no but Ma, nana, because I'm telling you, when I tell my mama to pop you in the mouth, Marky, she going to pop you. So my nana ain't said nothing. She's sitting, now mind you, my nana, she's in the military, okay? We talking about a lady that's 6'1", okay? We talking about a lady that's, she's proper, whatever she say, she means. And she only talking when it's important. And y'all better listen up because she ain't going to repeat. So it was like one of those. You feel me? It was one of those moments. So I was just like, okay. Like I got a mindset like them, but I need to be mentally ready because both of it, like, I barely could handle my mom. So having my nana there, that's like two of my moms. So I was, look, I was going through it in the inside. I'm talking about I was emotional damage in the inside. Like, first off, I'm shocked that why are you here? I don't like when you here, Nana. Right? When she's here, it's like straight boot camp. I don't like when she here. So boom, my mama like, Marky, I'm going to ask you again. What possessed you to go to Rody Doty school when you supposed to been in the house? Huh? So he was like, nothing, Mom. She said, right, there's always nothing. Rody Doty, when you saw him going up to your school, why you didn't say, hey, little brother or bro or whatever y'all call each other, you should stay home? I said, I was having problems at school and I told him about it and he just said he was coming. Oh, he just said he was. So you tell Marky you having problems at school, but I got to get a call from the school to let me know that you have a problem at school. Why that don't add up? Why that don't add up? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, and then you always want to cry. I swear to God, Mom, he always want to cry. He should have been a little girl. He should have been a full girl all the way through. So now she's hurting my feelings. She hitting below the belt now. She's hitting below the belt because my mom is just that mad. She want to make me hurt. So she said, look, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to leave y'all in my mama hands. Because I'm tired of dealing with you. So your nana going to deal with you. My mama going to deal with you. And so my nana, she's sitting there and she ain't saying nothing. She just smoking her cigarette. Ain't said nothing. You ain't even hear this lady breathe, cough. It didn't even look like she was thinking. It just like she was a deer in headlights. She was just sitting there. So my mom looks at me and she says, I'm going to let y'all know this right now. Me and your dad is going to be gone for a couple of days because you guys have ran us through the wall. I can't take it no more. So before I end up in jail, I called my mom so she could be able to watch after my house. So my house won't mysteriously have police officers all around the block because I don't trust y'all. So this is what I'm going to do. Whatever my mom do to y'all, don't call me. Don't call your dad. We don't care. Okay? Take care of Boo Man, Rody Doty. I'm Rody Doty. Take care of my son. He better not go without. He better eat. So now she's giving me this routine. But when her mom was there, it was like her anger was 10 times, 10 times, 10 times. So it was just like, all right, like I know the rule, but in my mind, I was like, yes, you're getting out. Thank Jesus. Like God, thank God. Like, stay there. You wait for more than a couple of days. Like, just be away, right? So, but I'm also like, dang, I got to deal with my Nana. And my Nana was like strict, like super, super strict. And it was like, I was really kind of salty that my Nana would be there. And it was like, why would you call your mom when you're not even that fun of your mom anyway? So it's just really I got you. You're just trying to penalize me. So boom, my mom tells me straight up, go to my room. Marky go to his room. Now, we don't get no whooping. We don't get no beating, no smack, no punishment. It's just a little bit weird for me. So boom, I go in my jail cell room. I'm like, all right. That was easy. But I don't trust mom. Because there's something about mom that I just don't trust. Because when my mom let it easily slide, she's going to come like a hurricane on the next round. So it was just like, it's something that she know or it's something that's going on to let my mom be at this ease, right? So boom, time progressed. It's time for me to go to work. So my mama said, well, look, let me tell you something. You finna go to work. When you come back, I won't be here. I won't be here. All I'm telling you is you better make sure my king don't have a scratch on him. The way that I'm leaving him, I better come back and he look the same. I don't care if he wake you up at 2 and 3 in the morning. Whatever he want, you better get. So I'm like, okay, mom. I'm like, I love you. She like, I love you too. But you know what? You acting like you're not my child. So she always said that. And it always blew me because it was like, why would you tell a teenager that? Why would you? I don't care how your kid act. That's still your kid. So now you want to kind of like disown me, but not really. But okay, it hurted my feelings because I actually understood where she was coming from. Like, you act like you ain't mine, because she was saying it all the time. So boom, I start showering, getting ready for work. So as I'm getting ready for work, I goes in the kitchen, Mark in the kitchen. I'm like, hey, I'm finna go to work. He like, hurry up back, man. He like, mom and dad gonna be gone. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you gonna be good? So my Nana comes. She like, hey, I want to try that place. Bring me a little something small, like a sample back. So I'm like, oh, okay. And so my mom like, and you know what to do? She coming down the stairs with her luggage. And when she's coming down the stairs with her luggage, it's not like, like how normal people come with their luggage. Normally they man get it or they bring it down and lift it up. She just dragging it down the stairs like she just dragging the luggage down the stairs. She like, make sure you bring Caleb some back. Because you know that he love them mini rib tips up there. I'm like, okay, I'll bring him some back. Boom, that's the plan. I'm going to bring my Nana some back and I'm going to bring Caleb some back. Boom, I leave off, I go to work. So as I leave out, I see Beth now. Beth talking on Cynthia's porch, crazy to me. But I'm like, my mind is somewhere else. Like, I'm like, legit, I'm straight out like, yo, I got nothing to give. I got nothing to give. My Nana is finna be there. My mom is about to leave. My mom been catching me in every act. I've been getting told on all around the board. I don't care. Say whatever you want to say, right? I ain't gonna even jump the bullet. Boom. I walk. I get close to work. Boom. I see this dude. So he like, yo, I got some kill. I'm like, yeah. Now I had a couple of dollars on me. Had about $8, $9. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had a whole full soul book. So he like, look, I got a $10 bag. I'm like, I ain't got 10. He like, what you got? I'm like, I got about 7 or 8. So he like, just give me what you got. He like, I got you. Boom, I took it. So I'm like, all right. I said, I got some. Like, boom, because mom already told me she ain't going to be there when I get to the grill. So I'm kind of like even Steven. I'm Gucci Gabbana. You feel me? So boom, I make it up there to the job. They let me in. I see Kiki and it's the register girl. I don't see Yo-Yo, just Kiki and the register girl. So I'm looking, I'm like, hey. So Kiki like, hey you. I'm like, pff. So the register girl like, I'm like, hey, lose the attitude. Boom, I walk back there. I see Dave. Dave like, hi, Roshan. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, it's been busy. He like, well, it's like this. I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I'm going to just say, yeah, it's busy because people love to eat. So I go back there, get suited and booted, wash my hands. He like, hey, I got to use the bathroom. Can you wash this, like, look after the station? I'm still washing my hands. I ain't even like ready yet. Like, so I'm like, all right, yeah, I got you. So I wash my hands, boom. I go out there. And so the orders start coming. Now I'm like, where is Dave? Because I ain't got my apron on. I'm just watching a few orders that he had. And he didn't really have no orders like that. So now it's starting to pick up a little bit. Like the pace was starting to pick up. So I'm like, where is he? I still had like a couple of minutes. So I'm like, where is he? All of a sudden, I'm like, all right, once I drop this order, I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I drop the order, boom. I'm like, yo, I'll be right back. So they're like, where you going? Where you going? I'm like, I dropped the wings. Don't worry, I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom. This dude in the bathroom blowing it up. I'm like, oh, he like, hey, I'm like, I was still taking you so long. He like, I'm having an accident right now. I had an accident. I'm like, what? He like, I had an accident. I'm like, okay. He like, but I'll be out. Boom. Now I go out there. I throw my apron on. I'm like, hey, yo, Dave said he had an accident. So Kiki like, what kind of accident? I'm like, I don't know. She like, now he is too old to be sitting up there now because he was like, you know what I'm saying, 17, 18. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. You feel me? So boom, we dropping, boom, I'm getting it done. Hey, ticket. Dave has not came out this bathroom yet. So Miss Shirley, she comes out. She like, hey. She like, how's it going? I'm like, oh, it's going good. I'm like, Dave's still in the bathroom. He been in the bathroom since I came in. Now, the time to tick is like about 45 minutes in the game. I've been there 45 minutes in the game, and I'm actually now working, and we're getting busy. So Miss Shirley like, let me go check on him. Miss Shirley check on him. Basically, he comes back. Miss Shirley has to give her husband like some sweatpants that he was no longer wearing anymore. So I'm like, this dude had an accident on his pants basically and was in there just trying to clean it out and dry it under the thing. So I'm like, this dude is like, he's different. Like, this dude is different. Like, he's not thinking like an ordinary person. So I'm laughing, right? He on the station with me. So I'm laughing. So he like, hey, what's funny? I'm like, you all right? He like, yeah, I just don't know. I think I ate something that didn't agree with my stomach. I'm like, so you defecated on yourself? He like, well, not just a little bit, not a lot. He like, I thought it was like I was going to pass gas. And then, it just came out. And I'm like, oh, so now tickets just boom, slamming. So now time progressed, good shift. It's almost time for me to go. Dave is going to clean out the grease thing. So I have a smooth time, right? The register girl been gone. She ain't really said nothing to me because she upset. She feeling away. And guess who don't care? Dada. This guy right here don't care, right? So boom, it's time for me to get ready to go. Kiki like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You don't work tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, and I got an extra day of detention. So I'm telling her, she like, I'm finna take a break. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I'm like, oh, I'm finna grab a juice out the cooler. So I grab a juice. Boom, I grab my Nana a little something. Boom, I'm like, do you want me to pay for this food? I'm telling Kiki. She like, nah, just take it. So she was like, I'm finna go on my break. She like, I'm finna go in my car. I'm like, all right. I'm like, you want me to tell the grill dude to come out here, the one that be in the smoke area, to go out there so he could cover the register? Because now it's just gonna be Dave, Kiki, and the guy. So she like, he know what to do. I'm like, oh, all right. So boom, she let him know like she was going on break. So she dips. I go to the bathroom, boom, I'm making sure I'm good because I know I got to walk to the crib. So I leaves out the store. I leave out the restaurant after I get done using the bathroom. Boom, I leave out the store. She's in the car. So she beeps the horn as I walk past her car like, You know what I'm saying? So she like, how far you stay? Right? And so, because I had walked back to the car, she like, how far you stay? I'm like, well, I don't stay that far. She like, I could take you. I'm like, no, I just didn't want her to know where I live. What? Like, slow down, Smoking Joe. Slow it down. Pull your ponytail back. So, but she was just so bad, and she smelled so good. Like, she could kind of, like, if she is not for the weak, like, her sex appeal, everything was just on point. Like, everything was on point about this girl. So I'm like, no. She like, oh, okay. So she like, you just gonna walk late. I'm like, yeah, I always do. So she like, get in the passenger side. I'm like, I gotta get home. She was like, it's just gonna take 2 minutes, just get in the passenger side. So I'm like, at that time, I had a chance to think. Right there. Like, first off, Rody Doty, you have a girlfriend that you just got back, that just got mad for the same girl that basically she saw you, basically was coming up off a kiss. You finna get in this, like anything can happen. But I was just like, you know what, let me see what she got to say. Curiosity always kept the cat. And I feel like I should have just walked out. But you know what? Being a teen, you just don't think like that. Some people do, some people don't. Different strokes for different folks. So I get in the passenger seat. And so I'm like, what's up? So she like, I'm really upset. I'm like, why you upset? She like, because I really liked you. I had dibs on you. You was going to be my germs. I'm like, your germs? So she was like, yeah, you was going to be my germs. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, but my brother, she like, no, I want you. I like you. I'm like, man, I like my girl though. So I kept telling her that. But when I said it, her whole face, her whole meanings on her face, her face expressions just was making these. It was like, when I was like, but I like my girl, she just like I don't want to hear that. So she was just like, well, how about I take you from her? I'm like, what you mean by take? I'm like, I like her, you can't take me. She like, I'm gonna get you. I'm like, you gonna get me? I'm like, all right, we'll see. Now, I probably shouldn't have said that, because that gave her enough of gap space to be like, oh, you want to see? I'm gonna show you. Now that I'm older, I know that. But me being a teen, I didn't know about just me saying that you should pick your words wisely. That's why you should think before you speak. But I was just always so smooth and so cool as a fan. I just thought that it was okay for me to say that. So I'm like, all right, we'll see. Like, but it was more on my end, like, I ain't going, like, let me see what you can do. Let's see how strong you really is. Like, let me see how strong you is. You think you can really come through this? Because I'm really feeling Piper. Like, I was satisfied. She got my whole attention. So Kiki just like, I'm going to show you. Boom. So I'm like, all right. So she like, well, you don't work tomorrow. I do. So I'm like, well, I'll see you. You know what I'm saying? After that, I'm like, I think I work the next day after that. So as I'm getting ready to get out her car, she grabs me. Right now, mind you, I got the bags. I got me a little juice. So she grabs me, boom, and I'm just like, what? She like, when people leave out my car, they got to give me a kiss. So I'm like, wait, you kiss everybody to get out your car? She was like, nope. But when people get out of my car, as of, and she said the time. And I was like, stop. I'm like, I can't kiss you. She like, you kissed me before? I'm like, I never kissed you before. She like, yes, you did. I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, you kissed me. She like, we kissed each other. So now we going back and forth. So she like, so you're not going to give me a kiss? I'm like, no. She was like, okay. I'm like, you want a hug? She like, I'll take a hug. So I squeezed to give her a hug, right? It was like one of those, like, bring it in. Because she was sitting on the driver's seat. So, and I had the bags and stuff in my hand. So I squeeze her. I guess, you know what I'm saying? I guess out the car. So I'm walking like, oh my God, like, okay. I was starting to be overwhelmed. Boom. I get on my block. Now I get past the hood, everything good, right? I get on my block. I see Bev, Cynthia, Cody, this other tall dude. It's a lot of people just on Bev porch. Now they had a white bucket. On Bev porch. So I'm walking and I'm just like, minding my business. I got to walk past her house because I'm coming this way. I got to walk past her house to get inside my house. So as I'm walking, right, they was on the porch already, like doing the Zaza, hitting the gas, hitting the loud. So Beth like, I bet you I will. I hear, you know, like how you not making no eye contact with people? You're not looking at them, but your ears, your antennas are up. You can hear everything. Your volume to your ears is on 50 times volume. You can hear. So she like, I bet you I will. So I'm just walking. So as I'm walking past her house, I get past her house, right? All I feel on the back of my whole back was something hitting me, pow, and busting on me. So I'm like, I turn around, she was whacking me with water balloons. Block up, block. I'm talking about, I'm like, why'd you? I hurry up, I run in the crib, right? I get at the door, so they laughing. Everybody laughing. They on her porch laughing, so boom, you hear front door now opening. So my nana, she's sitting right there. She like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so wet? I'm like, here go your food. I go downstairs. I go to Marky door. He, hey, I ain't got nothing on. I'm like, open the door, bro, right now. Open the door right now. He like, yo, you good? He opened the door. He like, what's wrong? I'm like, bro, where's your super soaker? He like, it's in the toy room. I'm like, bet. He like, what happened? I'm like, don't worry about it. So I go, I'm looking. I grab his super soaker. I go right in the bathroom. Boom, I'm filling it up with hot water. Hot water, bro. Not no lukewarm water, not no warm water, not no cold water. Straight hot. I should have bought it. Straight change your life hot water. Okay, boom, I fill it up. So Mark, he come upstairs. He like, bro, what's wrong? So my nana like, what is going on? I'm like, I'm tired of them. So now mind you, my mom and them is gone. So boom, my nana is like coming a little bit behind me, but I'm already shot out the door. Mark is coming. I know Speedy Gonzalez. So they sit on the porch like, oh, here come Rody Doty. So Beth's sitting on the porch. She like, I ain't worried now. I had the super soaker. She like, I ain't worried. You better not wet me with that super soaker. That's what she tell me. It's big. I'm like, why you just did that? As soon as I walked up, I in her face while she was holding the blunt on my mama. She like, oh, it's hot. And I was standing on the steps. She pushed me off the steps. I fall. Boom. Super soaker go one way. She comes on top of me. Boom. Hits me. So trying to get her up. But as I'm trying to get up, I see something that's like, she became lightweight. My nana grabbed this girl. My nana grabbed this girl straight up. Grab Beth straight up off me. Now, mind you, my nana is 6'1" and she's in the military, okay? And she been in the military for years. This lady is crazy. She picked Beth up. She like, don't you ever put your hands on him. And when she said that, Beth was looking and she hit Beth like this. Like in her throat. When Beth finally got balance, my nana hit this girl in the throat. She like, ew. That's the sound of it. Ew. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Marky was just like, we was all, everybody on her porch. Everybody said it. She was just like, that's it. Immediately, she was like, my throat. She went in the house. My nana said, come on, let's go. So I was like, oh, wow. So, boy, we get in the house. She say, you know what? Anybody think that they could touch you and think they could get away with it, you let me know. Ain't nobody doing none of that while I'm here. Because I know everything that's been going on. So my mama been telling her the tea. But see, my nana own one. My nana own one. And just like how my mom had me when, she was 14, her mom had her same age. So it's just like, my nana ain't no actual nana. You feel me? She was more like an auntie. She was more like an auntie. You feel me? So boom, my nana, she's heated. So the bell is ringing. And it's Joanne, it's Teddy, it's James, it's all Beth friends. They all on our porch. So remember, we got that black gate. I meant the black door that we got the special lock where you got to pull it. And then we got an actual door. So my nana opened the door straight up. Didn't even say go look at the camera, see who it is. I think my nana pretty much knew who it is. She opened the door. So Joanne say, did you hit my daughter? So she said, is that what she said? So Beth was like, I threw her. So Joanne like, is May here? My nana looked. And so Joanne say, is May here? My nana was still looking at Joanne. And so Joanne looked at me through the screen door and she was just like, is your mom here? And so my nana looked at me and was like, So I'm like, oh God, this is awkward. Like, Nana not saying nothing. So Joanne was like, you know what? I know how to reach her. My Nana shut the door. Didn't say nothing. Just shut the door. So now Joanne ringing the bell again. My Nana opened the door. She say, if you ring my bell again, I'm going to break your finger, okay? I don't know what games you guys like to play, but you can call my daughter all you want. I'm her mama. I'm her mama. Ain't nothing going to happen to me. So just let me know, okay? Okay? Get off the porch. Boom! I was like, whoa! Like, this where my mama get it from. I was just like, whoa. And that was insane. You hit Beth in the throat. So now I'm just like, oh my God. What's about to happen next? So Marky, he's still heated. So my Nana, she goes to the bathroom and stuff like that. My Nana is talking to my mom on the house phone, but she goes in the bathroom. I goes downstairs and I goes and talk to Marky. So Marky like, yo, you know what we need to do? I'm like, what? He like, bring out the paintball guns. I'm like, no. I'm like, last time we got in trouble. He like, but this time we won't. He like, mom ain't here. I'm like, nah. I'm like, but look, check this out. I dug in my pocket. I'm like, look what I got. He like, ooh, that look like some sour diesel. He opened it and he smelled it. He like, ooh, he like it. Look what I got. He go in his book bag. So he had it empty. He like, ooh, I should twist it up. I'm like, yeah, twist it up, right? So I'm like, I got detention tomorrow. I'm like, it's supposed to be my last day. He like, you better do good or mama gonna pop off. I'm like, I ain't worried about mom. You know, I'm cocky. Mom ain't there. I ain't worried about her. I ain't worried about her. All I hear is, Rudy Doody. First off, that's too close. I'm downstairs with Marky. I goes out of Marky's room. It's Caleb. Caleb got on a shirt that don't even come all the way down. He just free for all in the down there. No undies. I come halfway out. I'm like, what? He like, I don't have any more pops in my refrigerator. I'm like, okay, just go in my room and just get a pop. He like, but I like it cold. I'm like, okay. I'm like, did you eat your food? He like, yeah, I had to make my own plate. You just left it. You left it downstairs on the counter. I'm like, yeah, because something happened. He like, yeah, something always happened. Just give me my soda. So I'm like, you know what? God, this is a punishment. This is a punishment. So I goes, I get a soda, replenish his refrigerator. He's cool. I make him a snack. We ready to roll, right? My Nana, she's in the living room. She used to always be in the living room, so it was hard for me and Mark to sneak out. So I was like, man, Nana up there, she dozing off. I'm like, but we was ready to, you know what I'm saying, blow it back. So he was like, all we gotta do is, so we finna take out the trash. I'm like, right. So we like, hey, Nana. She like, yeah. I'm like, you thirsty? You want some water or anything? She like, no, I'm okay. I'm like, I'm about to take out the trash, me and Marky. She like, okay. So boom, we grab the trash. We go out there. Marky spark up. He boom, boom, boom. He hit it the first time. We thought we heard the door, like somebody coming out the back door. So he hurried up and panicked and put it out. But it wasn't that. It was just that we left the screen door kind of cracked. So it was just the wind. It was kind of like opening a little bit. So he's like, oh. He's like, I got scared. I'm like, look at you and you say I'm scary. He like, Nana is there. You know, Nana crazy. I'm like, yeah, she crazier than mom. And so I'm like, yo, I thought that was pretty cool. She hit Beth, like, you know, in the throat. So me and him, we just out there recapping. So now he trying to spark it back up. But he can't because the lighter wasn't working. So he like, I'm going to have to go inside and grab my other lighter. I'm like, Nana go hit the door. He like, so he, as he did, boom. He go grab it, boom, come back with the lighter, we spark up. Now we pass it. So I'm like, I think that's enough, right? Just hit it 3 times. I think that's enough. When we go in the inside, Nana is not on the couch no more. So Marky look at me. He like, I'm going in the room. So I'm like, don't leave me by myself. Because I was in the kitchen and I was hungry. I was finna make me a snack. I'm like, don't leave me by myself. He like, no, I'm finna go. Because he like, Nana gonna be able to tell now. People didn't like to smoke with me because I used to be able to, one that's in the group, you will know that we just did it because my eyes will be bloodshot red and it would be super low. So he was, and same for Marky. So he just wanted to be in the zone. Boom. Now they're in the bathroom the whole time. So I'm like, I ain't gonna even make a snack. I'll wait. I go back. Boom. I goes in my room. Now I'm chilling. I'm laying on the floor. I ain't got no phone. I ain't got nothing. I'm up there just looking pitiful. I got detention tomorrow. So all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, that's probably Caleb. So I open up the door. It was my Nana. So I put my head down. She like, you got nothing in your room. I'm like, yeah, my mom, she took care, she stripped my room down. She took everything because I was saying I was going to work, but I wasn't, and doing stuff in school, being on the basketball team, all that. She was like, but you don't even have a bed. I'm like, one time I didn't have a door. She was like, okay, I'm going to talk to her so you can get your stuff back. She said, do you want to sleep out there on the couch? You can't sleep on the floor. I'm like, no, I'm okay, right? So she was like, look, I'm going to get ready to lay down and go to sleep. I said, okay. So boom, when she dozed off, I was like, I need Piper's number again, right? I needed Piper's number again. So I grabbed the house phone. I go in the room. I call Raymond straight up. I'm like, hey, Raymond, I need you to look in the other phone. I'm like, what? Look up the girl named Piper. He like, you good? I'm like, man, it's been crazy. I'm like, my Nana, I'm telling about Beth and woo woo. He like, yeah, that's what she get for saying she was going to jump you. So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Mark, you want to paintball, her crib and her car up. So he like, y'all gonna do it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I think Marky gonna do it. So we just talking, chopping it up. He like, hey, you should come down here. You know what I'm saying? Let's hotbox the car. I'm like, no, my Nana in town. I'm like, but I got detention. I say, you should slide up there on me on detention. He like, all right, I ain't got nothing to do. So now Raymond gonna come up there while I'm in detention. So boom, I'm like, all right, cool. So I get Piper number. I call Piper. She picks up. I'm like, hey. She like, oh, is this my boyfriend? I'm like, yeah. She like, oh, this is a treat. I'm like, I miss you, girl. She like, I miss you too. I'm like, look. I'm like, I know we got detention again tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, hey, my Nana in town. I'm like, so I'm going to try to find a way, to be able to come see you. She was like, okay. She like, well, I can come over there. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I just wanted to call you. I'm like, I can't wait to see you. I'm like, just make sure you come up to the school early. I'm going to come up to the school early. She like, all right, cool. Boom. We get off the phone. I put the house phone back. I go downstairs just to go check on Mark. He come to the door. I tell him straight up, like, hey, Raymond coming up there, like, while I'm in detention, right? It's my last day. So he like, I'm coming too. I'm like, how you gonna first off, how you gonna get out the house with boy, you're crazy. You're crazy. How are you about to get out this door? And Nana here, he like, I'm gonna walk out with you. He like, I'm gonna just tell Nana I'm walking you to the stop, and then I gotta go up to my school to pick up my work if I want to do extra credit. I'm like, if it work, go ahead. He like, I'm gonna tell her right now. I'm like, no, she sleep. I'm like, just tell her in the morning. So boom, I'm laying down. My Nana wakes me up, right? It's in the morning. I'm getting myself ready. Boom. Marky comes up there and I already swooped the Nana. Nana said, okay, cool. Just be back, be safe. My Nana was cool. Only time my Nana went cool is when you was out of body. So boom, we leave out. Me and Marky leave out scot-free. We walk down to the Raymond. Raymond on his porch twisting up. He ready. So we up there. Man, we blowing and walking, and I'm talking about when I say it was some thrax, and we're walking, right? Boom. So we see Roy, right? So Marky like, I'm on it. I'm like, no, don't be. He like, nah, because the last time he tried it, I'm like, no. I'm like, don't be on it. Marky like, nah, I'm on it. I'm like, stop. I'm like, I swear to God, if you own it, you're going to be on it by yourself. He like, all right. So Roy looking. So Roy like, he doing this. Basically telling us to, Jay doing this to us from across the street. So Marky like, yeah, in your mouth. I'm like, no, don't say nothing. So boom, we gets, we gets on the bus. We gets at the school. We gets off, right? Boom. Everybody, I'm a little early. So everybody like kind of in the front of the school. Boom, I see Legs. So Legs come up to me. She like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what? She like, you not gonna believe it. So Marky like, just tell us. So I'm like, yeah. She like, look, oh my God, you ain't gonna believe this. I'm like, tell me. So boom, Piper, she comes over there with me. And so she like, hey, and she hugs him. I'm like, hey. So I kind of like lift up. I'm like, hey. So Legs like, cute, but hold that cuteness for 1 second. Guess who like you? I'm like, who? Guess who wrote you a note and gave it to one of their friends, and they still got the note and they never gave it to you. And then all of a sudden I went in a book bag to go get a pen because I needed a pen, and I saw the note. I'm like, wait, what? Like, why everybody is at the school? And so she like, cause tonight, so that night they're throwing a party for the school. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gonna have a party, and then everybody who's leaving the school gonna be getting their stuff. So I didn't know that. So but Legs and them knew that. She was like, yeah, it's a party later, so everybody just really like hanging out the school. They can walk in and out. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I'm like, now Raymond and Marky could just be with the crowd, like on the football or in the basketball, or just walking around. So she like, you coming? I'm like, wait, kill it. Who like me? She like, I don't want to tell you. I'm like, come on, tell me. So Raymond like, look, we ain't got time for that. So Piper was like, we don't care who like him because this is my boyfriend. And so she like, y'all gonna want to know this. So I'm like, tell me. She like, you know what, wait. So Legs leaves. She like, don't move that spot. She leaves. She comes back, bro. Comes back while we in a huddle. Comes back with the note. This note note was already written for supposed to been weeks ago, right? It was an old note. It just never got to me. Without her name, but her phone number was on there. The girl with the scar. Legs dropped it on me. So I said, what? So he's like, yeah. She like, yeah. She like you. That's why she always want to fight you, because she a little jealous. That's what it is. So I was like, oh my gosh. She like, but don't say nothing. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing. She like, I want to know what Brianna think. I'm like, I don't know. She like, I might tell Brianna. I'm like, Brianna probably ain't gonna care. That's Brianna's friend, right? So boom. Legs give me the note. I got the note. All right. Boom. It's almost time for us to get ready to go into the detention class. So I'm letting Marky know the plan. I said, look, Marky, I don't have a phone. But I'm like, Piper got a phone. I'm like, hey, Raymond, I'm gonna call that number, okay? He like, all right. I'm like, so you could be able to, because he had the burnout phone. My mama gave him the phone back. So I could be able to reach out to him, and he's with Mark. I'm like, look, anything happen, just let me know. I'm like, look, I'm finna go to detention. So Marky, secret handshake, boom, me and Raymond, we handshake, we off. So now they just gonna be floating into around lunchtime. So I goes ahead, let Piper pick the seat. Boom, I sit next to her, Brianna. And the girl with the scar now is not sitting directly behind Brianna, because mind you, they got to still do an extra day too because of the extra argument and the fighting that we had to go to the principal office. So they had to do an extra day as well. So it was just like, we all there one more day. So in my mind, I'm participating. Everything gonna be good. So boom, I'm doing my test, doing my stuff. So Piper like, psst. I'm like, what? She like, I miss you and I miss hearing your voice. So I lean over her and I'm like, I'm right here, right? I tell her like, I'm right here, right? And so she's just like, don't be cute. So the girl with the sky like, she like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So she tell the teacher when he walks in, like, can I go to the bathroom? He like, is you done with your test? She like, yeah, been done with it. Can I go to the bathroom? He like, yeah, just hurry up back. You got 5 minutes. She goes to the bathroom. So Brianna looking at me and she like, but the look she was giving it was like, she was sad. Because I was basically acting like she wasn't there and I was doing me. So boom, we getting ready for lunch. The girl with the sky came back. The lunchtime from the start. We got to come back to the detention so we can close it out. So boom, the bell ring is lunchtime. As we walk out for lunchtime, I'm kind of skeptical because I don't know if my mom gonna pop up. I know she said she gonna be gone for a couple of days, but after she popped up that day, she scared the living boy. Heart was on the floor. You feel me? Boom. We get in lunch. I get in line. So I'm like, oh, this your favorite pizza. So I'm talking to Piper. So she like, yeah. So boom, we get in the line. She grab her stuff. So all of a sudden, Legs is over there talking to Brianna. So Brianna comes straight over there to me while I'm with Piper. And she was like, you got my friend number? So I'm like, I get up, I'm like, what? So Piper like, I'm like, wait, what? She like, I'm like, I don't got her number. She like, no. Leg said, I'm like, oh, okay, because I was about to, what? I ain't got nobody number. Like, what you talking about? I'm over here minding my business. So she like, yeah, because Legs told me that, you know, my friend wrote you a note. I just want to see the note. So I had the note in my pocket. I showed her the note. Boom. After lunch, we goes back to detention. We in detention, and I'm like finishing my little workup. The teacher, he's out the class. All of a sudden, I hear, so people just been fake and phony the whole time. So I look up like, because I'm telling you, I smacked 5 from somebody. I'm like, so Piper like, who's she talking to? I'm like, so the girl with the scar back there just like sitting back there like just doing her own thing. All of a sudden, Brianna was like, so you wanted to talk to my boyfriend the whole time? So the girl with the sky like, girl, you better get out my face. What you talking about? She say, no, you been wanting to talk to Roshan the whole time. That's what it was. You gave him your number?